Hey there, friends. Welcome back to some more Gray Matter. When we last left off, we finished running around the town and we bought some stuff at the magic shop. And then we went and talked to the guy at the horse track thingy, whatever. And we learned that, he's not that crazy and that there was wind following him and it was making weird windy things and throwing rocks at him and he couldn't breathe. And then we came to the library, and then I pissed around here for a little bit. Then went to the infirmary, talked there, then came back here, and then finally figured out what I had to do. I had to do a magic trick, and I got the card so I could get through the turnstile. So let's do that. See what we need to do here.
That will have to do for now.
Shush.
Luckily,
Shut up. And let's get on with the rest of the game. Let's use the turnstile. What the hell? Can I walk through now? Yay. So, now I can look at things that I couldn't look at before, like this stack of paper. Look at the paper.
Stacks of blank paper. I don't need any right now, but it's nice to know Oxford is generous with office supplies.
They're so generous with all of their office supplies. We can look at the books.
If I had to search through all this, I'd never see daylight again. There must be a way to look up something specific.
Can I go talk to Jade, the Charlies? No? Can I...
Thank God Helena is the vainest creature on the planet. That's all I've got to say.
Oh. Stop being a little twit.
If I had to search through all this, I'd never...
Yeah, okay. You wanted to look at something specific. So I'm guessing we have to... Okay, let me see. Let me see what's all here. We have bus, paper shredder, paper stack, reference librarian. There's Helena, bus, books, and a computer terminal. So, let's talk with the reference librarian.
Hi.
How may I be of service?
Oxford professors.
Where can I find information about the professors here at Oxford?
That depends. To whom do you refer?
Dr. David Stiles, neurobiology.
Start with the library catalog. You can access it on the computers over there.
Can't you just tell me where to go? Fine. Come here, computer. We shall find it together, me and you. Oh. Oh, she's gonna do it. I thought I was gonna have to actually do it. Whoa! There's two cursors. Look at me. Oh, no, now I'm the cursor. Okay. Let's start with the least, or the most, not the most recent, but the most past one. The London Times. Royalty and other distinguished gentlemen, the big event of this past weekend was the Egerton Soiree, an annual event not to be missed by the rich and fabulous. The star of the evening was to be Prince Charles, who arrived at the party solo. He seemed to be quite enjoying his newly divorced status, but in truth all of the single dames were not lining up to meet the Prince of Wales, but the Prince of Oxford, Dr. David Stiles. As if being devastatingly handsome and the scion of a wealthy family weren't enough, he's a shooting star at university. He's become a well-known figure thanks to his popular articles and TV appearances, doing for neurobiology what Stephen Hawking did for physics. This reporter can't help but wonder how he'll find time to fit in his lectures with all the party invitations he's been receiving. Ooh, nifty.
That's the article I got from David's filing cabinet.
Extraordinary powers, destroying eyes, not for relay. Okay, so we've already gotten that one. Spring is for lovers. Romance is a hot... Can I go down? Oh. Romance is a hot topic in the spring. All creatures, great and small, get that loving look in their eyes and pair off to do what comes naturally. The sexies. Aww. Frederica Friedman and Jeremy Stanton were seen canoodling over drinks at a posh London nightclub. Actress Marie Laurel and businessman Dominic Durst were outed when they were caught red-handed in Hyde Park. But the biggest it couple this spring has to be Dr. David Stiles, the Oxford neurobiologist, who has been considered the bachelor of the season, and his new flame, Laura Edmundthorpe. Edmundthorpe. Wow, that is a name. Edmundthorpe. The beautiful daughter of Lord Edmundthorpe. The pair have been inseparable since meeting at a New Year's Eve celebration, and they don't seem to care who knows it. Ah, young love. Which one was that one? May 5th, okay. Stiles Hopkins tops the student poll. This year's Ox2 Students' Choice Poll ranked Christ Church and Queen's as the favorite colleges among Oxford students. Favorite local restaurant went to Stew Pot on St. Giles. What? Favorite local restaurant went to Stew Pot on St. Giles. Fitzgerald's won for Best Oxford Pub. Smoking the nearest competitor by 10 to 1. Yeah, whatever. Among professors, Felix Hopkins, who teaches medieval history at Queen's, and David Stiles of the Radcliffe Neurobiology Department drew this year's top honors. A favorite part of Hopkins' Crusades lectures is a battle reenactment in Christchurch Meadows, which has become a great hurrah for participants and spectators alike. Stiles is a fave thanks to his fresh and exciting approach to the study of the mind and human potential. So now we're in August of 1998. Back in the 90s, when things were crazy. Fairy Tale Wedding. August weddings were bigger and bolder than ever this year. The Marquis de Charlefort, and her American husband, Frank Lovitz, overflowed Winchester Cathedral with white roses and created quite the spectacle for their 300-plus guests. Garish? It's all a matter of taste, darling, and money. When it comes to understated elegance, nothing topped the union of Laura Edmundthorpe and Dr. David Stiles in Westminster Abbey. The bride was a radiant blonde beauty in a pair of white satin sheath. All the better to create nail-biting envy over her long and lean figure. David Stiles created quite a contrast with his striking dark looks and black tux. Two white horses pulled their carriage off into the sunset and no doubt into a perfect future. Something tells me no. So this is 4 years later in 2002. Cutscene.
Dr. David Stiles and his wife Laura Edmundthorpe Stiles left a fundraising dinner in Oxford last evening and were driving home when their car was hit broadside. According to eyewitnesses, the second vehicle was hurtling down a crossroad at a tremendous speed. It ran a give way sign and plunged into... Laura Stiles was pronounced dead on the scene, and David Stiles was rushed.
Samantha, please. They're not coming home.
Come on, kid, time to go. Come on, kid, time to go. Come on, kid, time to go.
Well, David Stiles and his wife Laura Edmundthorpe Stiles left a fundraising dinner in Oxford last evening and were driving home when their Bentley was hit broadside at a junction. According to eyewitnesses, the second vehicle was hurtling down the road at a tremendous speed. It plunged into the Stiles' vehicle and as it was going through the junction. David Stiles, who was at the wheel, was thrown from the car on impact. Laura Stiles was trapped in her seat as the car was consumed in flames. Laura Stiles was pronounced dead on the scene, and David Stiles was rushed to the accident and emergency facility at John Radcliffe Hospital, where he is reported to be in stable condition. So, that's terror bad. That's not good. And also, it's a strawberry. So, we've learned things. Are we done here now? Yes, we are actually done at the library. So, we've learned everything we need to learn there. Now, let's go to the infirmary. Where now we can just go in here and talk to Miss Susan. Susan. Just a silly pickle. Just a silly pickle, Susan. Let's see. Alright, we need to tell you about the receipt.
I have something for you.
Oh my God. I gave up hope of ever laying eyes on this. The auditor's been hounding me for weeks. Thank you, Miss Everett.
My pleasure.
So, now,
Are you sure I can't get 5 minutes with Mr. Headley?
I really would like to talk to him about Dr. Stiles.
All right, but only because you brought me that receipt. Thank God I can get the auditor off my back. Mr. Headley, I have a Miss Everett that would like a brief word. It's about David Stiles.
Send her in.
In you go.
There we go. Let's go into the room. Gonna talk and have conversation today. I'm fat.
Miss Everett, a pleasure to meet you. Won't you sit down?
Thanks. And thanks for seeing me.
I'm always happy to make time for David. I've heard from him too little of late. How is he?
Fine. Very self-directed.
Well, that's something. Are you a relative?
Me? No. I'm his assistant. He just hired me.
Did he? Interesting. How can I be of service, Miss Everett?
I have a really big desk. Hey, what you doing? Let's go with... Start
Could
the
you give me
background.
some background on Dr. Stiles? I don't know much about him.
David Stiles was one of the brightest lights at Oxford. A truly brilliant and original thinker. He was the sort of man it was easy to envy. Wealth, a prestigious family name, good looks, a beautiful wife, effortless public success. Then there was the accident. A horrific thing. There's a poem by Robert Frost. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay.
That's beautiful. I wonder... Never mind.
We must be honest with each other, you and I, for David's sake. What do you wonder?
It's silly. I just wondered which is worse. To have been golden, to have had all that and lost it, or never to have had it at all.
Not at all. Perhaps David asks himself the same question.
Rumors on campus.
I've heard rumors about Dr. Stiles. Students say people have disappeared during his experiments, and...
Stop. Don't repeat that nonsense in here, please.
Sorry.
No, it's only natural you would be concerned. He is your employer. There has been a lot of vicious gossip about David, but believe me, there's no truth in it.
Then how did it get started?
When someone is a little too successful, it inspires a lot of green-eyed spite. Should that paragon fall, let's just say there are certain people who love nothing more than to get out their knives and gather round the carcass. Of course, David hasn't helped himself any. If he insists on living like a hermit in that house, people are bound to believe the worst.
So he lives like a hermit.
You mentioned that certain people were jealous of Dr. Stiles and might have spread the rumors. I don't suppose you'd tell me who. It might be good for me to know in case I run into them.
No, I don't think we need to discuss that.
Okay.
Well, okay.
So you're convinced that Dr. Stiles poses no danger? No danger to, say, students who are participating in one of his experiments?
Absolutely not. He may be on leave, but he's still a valued member of this department. I've reviewed his case personally. There's nothing physically wrong with David Stiles.
And what about the experiment?
Are you aware that Dr. Stiles is conducting an experiment right now?
Of course. He had to submit a plan to the university, standard procedure. Frankly, I was happy to see him working again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Dr. Stiles wanted me to pick up a copy of the experiment plan he submitted. He misplaced his copy.
I think, young lady, that Dr. Stiles will have to call me and ask for that himself.
I'll tell him.
It's been a pleasure, Miss Everett, but I really must get back to work.
Thanks, Mr. Headley. You've been a big help.
I only wish the best for David. I hope you'll treat him well and be a support. He allows so few people near him.
I'll do my best.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And I'm leaving. Do 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 do. Sam dated a cowboy at Antonio.
I want to find out who David's enemies are inside the neurobiology department. I should snoop around in David's files.
So now, can I talk to her again? Ooh, here we go.
Dr. Stiles asked me to get a copy of his experiment plan. The one he filed with the department? He misplaced his copy.
I'm afraid Dr. Stiles will have to come by himself for something like that. Or telephone. We don't give those kind of documents out to students.
But I'll tell him.
I am a assistant, not just a student. Ha!
I guess not everyone in the department is a fan of Dr. Stiles. At least, that's what Mr. Headley says. Is there anyone in particular I should watch out for?
Mr. Headley doesn't tolerate departmental gossip. And neither do I.
Ah.
Okay, go get him coffee.
Oh, Mr. Headley asked if you would bring him a cup of coffee.
Did he? That's odd. Mr. Headley gets his own coffee.
So you're leaving, huh? See you later.
Damn, she took the key. I need to find a way to snatch it somehow.
So, put the invisible thing back down. Thank you. Okay, so now...
She keeps the key to the filing cabinet in that cup. I could try to take it with sleight of hand, but she's a real hawk. This will require something a little more devious.
Oh, we have the magic trick. Let's see what magic trick we have. Alright, so we have... Locked room, destroyed ring, divide and conquer, trick behind incredible feat of... Oh, we don't need precognition. The shredded and restored newspaper, the great disappearing ink, ominous mailbag, we've done that one already. Telephone psychic, we don't need to predict the future. This is a confusing, effectively you will need some props, a small magnet, a cup, and a small item of... I think we found the one that we're looking for, because we have a magnet, we need a coin or a key, and we have a cup. So, we're going to look at this. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is palm the magnet in our right hand. So, boom. Take the cup in your left hand. Show your audience the... Okay, so we take the cup and put it in our left hand. Show your audience the cup inside and out. Show them the metal object in the cup. Move the cup from your left hand to your right hand. To your right so that you palm... So that your palm with the magnet is pressed up against the side of the cup. So then do I just move it? I go from here to here. Okay. And now we manipulate the cup, turning it inside out and shaking it. Nothing comes out. The item has vanished. It is actually held in the cup by the magnet. So now we manipulate that item. Misdirect your audience by having them look around for the object. Misdirect. While they are distracted, take the object from the cup in your left hand and vanish it up your sleeve. So we take it into the left hand and then up the sleeve. And we shall watch it go!
Hey, that key is missing.
What?
Yeah, see?
What on earth? You didn't take it, did you?
Me? Why would I want it? You have a spare, I hope.
At my flat.
That sucks.
It even blows.
It sucks and blows. Wait, so I have another... What? What now? What am I? So I have to do another trick, apparently.
I need to get Susan out of the room so I can get in that filing cabinet. A medical emergency would do the trick, so to speak. But I'll need some props to pull it off.
Oh, okay. So now this is where all the rest of the stuff's coming into play, with the the finger and the stuff. Okay, so let's find one that's a medical emergency. So it's not that one. Bottomless cup. The super gross out self-healing wound. That sounds exactly like what I'm looking for. All right, so
I can
let's
get
see.
Susan out of the room with this trick, but I'll need to get set up for it first.
Do I? Okay, so now I need to. Okay, I think I have to combine these. So no,
Fake blood from the...
I know. Combine that and that,
Good. Now I just need something to hold it in place.
and then use this and this.
Now it's ready to go.
Okay, so now do I do the trick?
I'm all set for this trick, but one thing worries me. That Susan won't be gone long enough for me to do what I need to do. I don't want to get caught snooping around.
I don't know what to do. What? Let me look at that book. No. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me see. So I need to have enough time to look through the thing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, take a sharp object in your left hand, manipulate the object. Okay. Okay, assure the victim that you have amazing ability of rapid self-healing. Wrap a handkerchief around your fake thumb and wrap it hard. Okay. So, do I need... What? Do I need other thing? Okay, so I need the... Okay, so that's the letter opener.
Looks almost as sharp as a knife.
And... So... Do I need to do something else?
I'm all set for this trick, but one thing worries me. That Susan won't be gone long enough for me to do what I need to do. I don't want to get caught snooping around.
But I don't... do I leave? I don't understand. Okay. Oh, now I can go into the kitchen. Oh, okay. I was like, what does it mean? I don't know. So we've got a first aid kit, pizza.
If she finds this, she might return to her office too soon.
Oh.
I think this first aid kit needs to disappear.
Did you just stick it in your
Abracadabra.
crotch?
Wouldn't it be nice?
You stuck it in your crotch. That was not weird. Other than it was weird that you stuck it in your crotch.
I
have
don't
a
see the
healing
point
badge.
in taking a peek into their fridge. I don't see the point.
Yeah, but yes, you do. You want to take a peek in the fridge.
Ugh. No thanks.
What, you don't like already eaten pizza? Damn. I don't think I needed the lab coat. But I'm going to go back in just in case. Just in case I do need the lab coat.
Definitely not my style. I'll leave them hanging here.
Okay, so I don't need it. Ha! I'm just backtracking for no reason now. So, we've gotten rid of... Or we hid the first aid kit, gotten rid of it. Well, we could have just left it in our badge. Alright, so now it's time to do the trick.
I only need to set up the first part of the trick.
So, she only needs to set up the first part of the trick. Oh, so okay. Oh, that must be the end. Okay, so so what we need to do is take any sharp object. I don't have. Okay, there's a knife or the letter opener. So take any sharp object into your left hand. Manipulate the object, playing with it. So then we manipulate, misdirect, and then we manipulate the tool to make it. So now we manipulate it again. Oh, and then it's just the acting. So here we go.
Ouch! What happened?
I cut myself. Ow! Do you have disinfectant or something?
I'll get the first aid kit.
I'll slowly get the first aid kit. Very slowly. So now I need to open up the dresser. Open up the filing cabinet. Open it up. Oh, fine, I'll get the key. Key. No. Come on, key. Filing cabinet. There we go. So... Oh, that was
Found
it?
it. If Susan finds this missing, she'll know I took it. I should fix that if I have time.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do then is take that, exit, make a copy. Come on.
I apologize for the delay. You'd think grown students would be above silly pranks.
Really?
All right, then. Let me see it.
You mean, touch it? Oh God, sorry. I'm such a baby about stuff like this.
For heaven's sake, it has to be dealt with.
I'll do it. It'll be better that way, trust me. Is that a first aid kit? I'll take it to the bathroom and do it myself. Thank you so much.
As you like. Just don't drip blood in the hall, please.
First thing I'm going to do is drip blood everywhere. So now do I have... So she runs? Ah! I'm guessing that that meant I stuck the copy in...
Hey, excuse me. Hello? Hi, you're Malik, right? You're in Dr. Stiles' experiment.
Shh. What do you want?
What's the big secret?
Nothing. I don't like everyone knowing my business.
I just wanted to talk for a minute about Dr. Stiles.
All right? But I have class in 10 minutes, so it will have to be fast.
Let's go with this.
Since you're in the neurobiology department, you must have known Dr. Stiles before the experiment.
Known of him, yes.
You heard about him from people in the department?
Do you have any idea who Stiles is? He is, or was, one of the most famous neurobiologists in the history of the field. I studied him in high school. So yes, I guess I know something about him. Or at least I know the man he used to be, when he was a part of this department.
Interesting.
Dr. Stiles is still a part of the department, isn't he? He had to submit an experiment plan to Mr. Headley.
Or maybe technically. But everyone knows he's suffered brain damage in the accident and is no longer competent.
Believe me, he's in possession of all his wits. In fact, he has a few I'd like to extract myself.
Then why has he stopped teaching? Why has he not published since the accident?
He lost his wife?
So, a wife is a wife.
Wow.
Stop, please. Your compassion is making me all teary-eyed.
Death is a part of life.
Maybe he couldn't face everyone feeling sorry for him all the time and asking about the accident over and over, and then expecting him to have completely forgotten about it in 3 months, and calling him crazy if he hasn't.
Stiles ordered to the world, to his students, to continue his work.
Says who?
Think what you like.
No, you couldn't answer that, now could you?
What did you think of the experiment last night?
Strange. And surprising.
And that's it?
Last night was strange, wasn't it? What's the point of imagining exercising?
That wasn't strange. Research has shown that imagining exercising causes the brain to generate the same impulses to the muscles and the nervous system as actually exercising, providing almost the same health benefits. It's big news for healthcare, especially for disabled people. There are a lot of studies being done on the subject right now.
So, what was strange about the experiment?
I need to get to class.
Come on, you said strange. Why?
Just to finally meet Dr. Styles. And that mask. That basement.
It is rather dramatic.
But the strangest thing was that, despite all of that, I... Never mind.
What?
He seemed normal. I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting this crazy guy that goes... blah, 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 blah.
Did you notice anything unusual about Styles' equipment?
No,
Nothing at all?
it was a standard fMRI setup. A good one. It's unusual to have a system that expensive in a private home, but otherwise, it's non-invasive. Harmless, as he said.
Harmless. Say that to the man who had to run away from the wind.
What made you sign up for the experiment?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, what made you sign up for the experiment?
It's not a crime. I could use the money.
Oh,
I'm
well.
late for class. I have to go.
Hey, we're meeting at the St. Edmund Quad at noon. Stop by, or not.
Yeah, or not. So do I have 2 of those now, or do I just have the 1? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing that automatically means that we are done with the thing. And we have finished everything. We just have to go back to the Dread Hill House. And we will do that next time on Gray Matters. What will happen? Will we continue the experiment? Crazy things are going down. Till then, guys, take care and have a good one.